Hey Pathfinders, welcome to week 11, not 6, 10 and 1, week 11. Glad you're here with us again this week. It's been an eventful week, hasn't it? I'm glad we're together. This week, I'm going to do a little quick devotional with you, and then I have a couple of announcements, and then Adiel from the Beaverton group is going to start with an introduction to the pizza honor. So I'm really appreciative of him doing that. You know, Rachel doing what she did, each person that has contributed I've really appreciated. Next week it looks like the Beaverton Spanish group will begin helping me with developing these videos. Desiree is no longer working in our office, which I'm sad about, and so I'm getting lots of people willing to help. If your club would like to submit a video of an honor, we would love to put it up. As long as the honors keep coming in, we'll keep doing this. At one point I was thinking, hey, we're starting to open up a little bit. Maybe clubs will start meeting and we won't do this, but I think we'll keep doing it as long as people keep submitting stuff. So that's kind of the plan. So I don't know if you've ever heard, there's 31 days in a month, there's 31 chapters in Proverbs. If you read one chapter a day, that's a good way to start a devotional life, and that's a good thing to do. And every once in a while I come back to doing that myself. And so today's the 11th, and so I was looking at Proverbs 11, and there's one sentence that kind of just jumped out at me, and I want to share it with you. It is found in verse 27, and it's a very simple concept. It says, "He who earnestly seeks good finds favor, but trouble will come to him who seeks evil." Seems kind of obvious, right? But have you ever noticed some people will say, "Oh, you've had good luck," and the other people will say, "No, luck comes when you work real hard, then good luck happens." I think that this verse is kind of saying something similar to that. It's saying that when we are always seeking to do good, then good things happen. And that makes sense. And I have found that to be true. When my mind is bent towards me doing something good, I end up being kind of proud of myself. And when I put my mind towards doing something bad, sometimes bad stuff happens, right? It's a very obvious thing. I think God wants us to always have a perspective of looking to do good for others, and by doing that, things feel good to ourselves. I was kind of hoping that my bird feeders there on the side, something would come and land while I was talking, but I haven't seen anything. We've had a whole lot of new birds. The night before last, we heard a great horned owl in our backyard. And so I came running out, I wanted to see if I could get it. And we had three. We had a mom and a dad and a baby great horned owl. And so the mom and the dad were hooting, and they go hoot, 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 hoot. Kind of like two short, one long, and then two short, if you were doing it in Morse code. And then the baby was making this kind of a sound, and they were all talking to each other. The parents were trying to say, "Come on, you can do it, you can fly," and the baby was still scared of flying, so it was kind of really cool. We got some pictures, but there's nothing to share really, because the pictures are so low quality, because it was 9 something at night, so the sun was already down, it was dark. Our camera does really well, but it doesn't do that well in the dark, and so you just got to trust me. We had 3 great horned owls in our backyard, and for Pastor Randy, that was kind of a cool thing. Okay, announcements. The fall teen event is still on our calendar in October. We're going to keep it there as long as we possibly can, in hopes that it gets to happen. Today a newsletter is going to be going out to all of the directors, so you want to check in with your director. There'll be a flyer in there kind of talking about it, so you want to do that. Normally at the fair we award some Pathfinder scholarships for Milo. Those have been done, and the information about that will be in the newsletter. What else? As clubs are talking about being able to open back up, there'll be some guidelines that come out for clubs. That should be in the newsletter about who's allowed to start meeting and how, and that kind of stuff. So that's all in the works. Anyway, Thank you to Adiel for his work for today, and blessings be on each of you as you go into this week. Thanks. Bye.
Ciao, Pathfinders. Welcome to the Pizza Making Honor. It is I, your wonderful teacher, Ariel, and it is so good to be back to teach you once more, but not about the art of paint, but the art of pizza. Okay, I can drop the fake accent. But of course, y'all are here to learn pizza, and we're gonna get there. Ah, but I see you want to make some pizza. But before we must go and learn about the history of pizza. So let me tell you about it. Although not clear when this remarkable dish was made, the word pizza was first used in 997 AD in a place called Gaeta, and then used in the central south of Italy. The precursor to the pizza was likely the focaccia, which was a flatbread used in Rome, which later on added toppings onto it. Fast forwarding around the 16th century, the Naples a galette was called pizza. It sold popularity in the streets and for a long time wasn't considered a kitchen recipe. It was a dish for the common people. But as Europe came in contact with America, toppings such as oil, tomatoes, or fish were added to the dish. Now fast forwarding to the modern era, and pizza has become a recipe to enjoy in the homes of all people. And the world of toppings has grown vastly. Not only do people apply fish and cheese on pizza, but you can also add onions, peppers, spinach, vegetables, pineapple. No! No pineapples. Moving on. You now know the brief history of pizza and how it grew so popular over time. But with every good pizza, you can't make pizza without the dough. And that is what we're going to move on next, to know the ingredients of the dough. With every good dough, you're going to need some of these ingredients. You're going to need flour, water, yeast, salt, olive oil, and sugar. Here, let me show you a better view of everything. So, you're going to need all of these things right here. Now you know the ingredients to make a pizza dough. But did you know that each one of these ingredients can be found in the Bible? It's true, which makes sense because the Bible is the ultimate book. It's the ultimate recipe of love. So please look up each ingredient in the Bible. Whenever you have the time this week, it doesn't matter. You know, whether it's in Bible Gateway or in the Bible cover book itself, doesn't matter. As long as you're able to do it, that's great. And for 4 of these ingredients, not all of them, just 4 of them, explain to your relatives what each verse means. And that'll be all you need to do for this week. And that is all the time I have for you today. Join me next week when I will talk about the leavening process, the different types of pizzas, and the different types of ovens to use and how to cook them. And maybe, if we have enough time, we'll talk about how to make the actual pizza. My name is Ariel. I'll see you next week.